So welcome to another edition of The Profile, doing it very different of the studio at Government PMC. And this time around, I'm talking to Stan the Industry as we get to find out more about what people have been saying on social media, Facebook, how lots of people have been talking about him, and also how lots has been trending on social media. So this is a time where we get to talk to him and we get to find out more about rumor, per se, that people have been talking about. Stan the Industry, welcome to the interview.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, first things first, let's start with the introduction for someone who's watching you for the very first time. I know some the people who are watching, they might know you, and some they might be seeing your face for the very first time. Who's Stan?
Stan is was an artist. I'm saying was because Stan no longer exists now.
Okay.
Yeah, Stan is an artist an artist, producer, songwriter. And that is formerly that is Stan. Now I'm called Prophet Malachi. I'm a man of God, and I'm pastoring a church. And this time I've also started doing music as an extension of the ministry, so I can actually reach out to more people because of the ministry in music. So that's who Prophet Malachi now is.
Okay, so before we get into the Prophet Malachi,
you still want to stay on the Stan?
Well, we still first want to talk about the Stan, the industry.
Yeah.
A lot has been going on. People have been talking about you. At one point you were doing secular, as well as you went again to gospel. As well as rumor has been going on the Stan, the industry no longer does music. About that as well.
That's very true because I started as a gospel artist. That was Stan, and then later on I went into a transition into secular music, as people call it. And then it was when I was doing secular music that I was nominated a lot of successes in my music. I think that's where a lot of people really knew me as Stan the Industry. And then it is at that particular time that I received the calling from God to actually become a pastor. So that's when I quit music as everything. I didn't do music for close to 3 years. And now is when I felt like I can get back to the music passion and begin to do something for people that have loved my music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And apart from you getting to transform yourself to prophet as well, a whole lot of things people have been talking about you on social media. I still remember when they got to hear that Stan the Industry from gospel to secular music has changed. That transformation, to tell you the truth, was different. Because basically we've seen a couple of artists who changed from secular
and then they come to gospel. Yeah, that's.
But your transformation was from gospel to secular. How was that, and how were you taking those people? Just people talking about you, negative thoughts, people just posting things on social media.
On social media, I think it was a most very difficult moment in time. And can I tell you, it wasn't even intentional.
Okay.
How it happened was there was a show called Dreams, and I was invited to perform at that. It's an audition show. I was invited to perform there, and then the show was being held at Club LIV. So I posted on my page, I said, I'll be performing at Club LIV. And people misquoted that one to say he's now a secular artist because he's performing in clubs.
Okay.
And then I found it was on gossip sites. People were talking about no. And by the time I was coming to know it, there were thousands of comments. People had already known it, had already gone viral. And so out of frustration and out of I just played along and started doing secular music. That's how it happened.
Okay.
So I guess I was also young at that particular time, and I just didn't react so well to that. And it was received with mixed feelings because some people are like, you know what? It's his life. Let him do whatever he wants to do. Some people are like, no. He was not faithful to the calling in the first place. And so I just felt like, okay, let me just do me. I started doing music, which really took me places. And it was during that same time that, again, I transitioned.
We're talking about the calling. So for someone who's watching, they might be asking themselves how that calling was about. Can you share the story, how it was for you to be called for that calling that made you to get to change? And now we're talking about the prophet, how to stand the industry.
It is not something that really started in a day or in a year. It is something that started way back in 2002. And the truth is that I was running away from it all these years, but I think it came to a time when I was in SA that particular time. We had some shows that side. And then it was when I was there that the calling. I didn't want to hear that. I said, hey, I don't want to have anything to do with that.
That's not me.
That's not me. my life is just in producing and writing songs. She said, no, my brother, really take time to pray about this. Because I don't dream like that, but I had this dream. And then few people told me about the same thing. They saw me preaching, they saw me singing, and singing gospel. I didn't want to pay attention. And God really had to come to me so strongly until I healed it. I said, no, I need to give it up to God and begin to work for Him. That's how it happened.
Family-wise, friends as well, were they in support of your move? Because I also heard some rumor that
Yes.
you were about to drop an album
Yeah, that's true.
before your transformation.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so how was it? How was it you getting to let go of other things as well, which was not a one-day thing to get to do as well?
That's true.
So how was it for you?
It was tricky. I lost friendships because of that decision. I lost some friends. I lost some good people. You know. But at the same time, it helped me to focus on me and really know what God has called me to do. Because when you become a man of God, you are a representative of God. You represent God wherever God is supposed to be represented. You go there and speak on behalf of God. So for you to represent somebody, you have to know the person that you're representing. But you can't know God in the midst of people. You need to isolate yourself and get to know God personally. So people left me, and it was during that same time that I developed a very deeper relationship with God. My family, at first they were shocked, because for the first time, at least I could send them money because the music was making money now. You know, there was that struggle of the music. Now, at that particular time when I was quitting, it was the time when I was making money. And now, listen, here is now me saying, I'm stopping this music. And they're like, you've been fighting for this for all these years. Now that you're finally having a breakthrough, you want to stop. So, but I had to explain to them, say, no, I have received the calling of God. I need to respect this. And they respected it and they embraced it. And the church began in my father's house in Doha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And also, apart from you being an artist as well, got out to check out something as well. You did a movie as well.
Yeah.
Very interesting. But the dream of going to States. A very interesting one as well. So I was just checking out
my
that,
God.
like, following. Okay, I love Zambian music.
Yeah.
So do you believe in one of those names when you are named Masao? So you're still going to be one of those people?
It doesn't matter whether I believe it or not, it's real.
Okay.
It works. Because when I'm calling you Masauso, I'm invoking the spirit of trouble on your life. So I'm actually saying, trouble, come here. So meaning you are already trouble, you are already problems. So when somebody calls you blessed, already the time they are calling you, they are invoking the blessings over your life. So that's why, how come I had to change that name. Whosoever gives you a name, they give you their life. So if somebody gives you the name, say, no, you are going to be called Melody. And then it's your grandmother who gives you that name. Her life is brought back on you. You are going to be living exactly the life that she lived. Only that you're going to be living it in 2017. So that's how come I changed my name. It was on spiritual basis. Not because I'm a pastor now I should change my name, no. It was because of spiritual reasons. That's why I had to change my name.
What should people look out for? What do you have for them? And how can people get to describe you as Malachi now?
I think Malachi is just a man of God that is out there to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. That is who Malachi, Prophet Malachi is. And people should look out for a lot of messages coming through audio. We'll do some radio programs just to spread the gospel. We'll venture into television where you will see our church will be preaching to them maybe on ZMBC, who knows, or even on Prime TV. And yes, I actually want to be on Prime TV to do this, and we'll do more of gospel music as well, just to try to get the music out there. So that's what people should look out for.
Very interesting. And also, your last and final remarks to people who are watching right about now, how can they get to interact with you, as well as if they want to look out for the things that you're up to?
Yes.
Anything that you're up to as well, how can they get to follow you as well?
I think they can reach me on Facebook. My page is called Prophet Malachi Ngandu. Prophet Malachi Ngandu, you can find me, and even on Twitter or on Instagram, it's just Malachi Ngandu. You can find me there. And for the sake of those people that still stand Stan Ngando. On Facebook, if you can find Stan Ngando. I left that account so that it can be easy for some people to find
You
me.
know that it's not going to be easy.
It's
though,
not
for people
easy,
to get
yes,
to
just to
change
switch.
from
Exactly.
So it's going to take
A little bit of time, yes.
Yeah.
So that's why I left that account so that some people can actually still get in touch with me.
We're talking to formerly known as Stan, now Prophet Malachi. Very special interview. Hope you got something from that as well. All the way right here from the Intercontinental as well. That's been a very awesome interview as well. Hope you got something from that. And also for more, make sure that you get to like his Facebook page as well. Let's see on how we can get to support him and also his move. So from me, PMC, catch me next week, same place on the profile right here.